All right, picture it. You come around the corner into the parking lot, and there you see 3 teens you know and love riding on the top of a car. The minute they see you, they stop that car, and the first thing out of your mouth is, "What were you thinking?" They look at you blank-faced and say, "I don't know." Well, the truth is, teens actually don't. Adolescent development is a complex and confusing time for most teens. During that time, they're going to experiment and do things they would probably never do in the rest of their lives. They're looking to find out who they are as individuals and find out who they're going to look like as adults. They're pushing into that space. They're also searching for their identity, and that is a tiring time. Adolescent development stretches all the way from age 10 in some cases to age 25. We're talking about 15 years where they're navigating through a minefield of opportunities for them to stumble and fall and bounce back. And we want you to walk through it with them. When we think about adolescent development, there are some important things we want you to know. First thing we want you to know is that teens actually don't know. The human brain isn't fully formed until somewhere in your 20s. There are neurons that are merging together and coming apart. Some are being deleted. Their brain is actually expanding in size. And so as a result, they're actually not using every capacity that they will have 10 years later to do the things that they're doing. They're doing the best they can with what they've got. We need to remember they're not firing on all cylinders because those cylinders aren't ready yet. We also need to remember that they're not developmentally capable of being consistent or planning ahead for things. Their brains are not wired to do that yet. They're not just being flaky, so we need to help them plan ahead and be consistent in what they can. They also want to withdraw from us, and we need to remember that more than ever, they need us to engage with them. As much as they think they need their privacy, they need community to walk with them to ensure that they make it out alive. So there are a few things we can do to help them get through this time. We can be patient and we can be persistent. When they want to withdraw, we can let them know we're still with them when they emerge. We can connect with them, even if it's just online, to let them know we're walking with them through this bumpy time. We can also help them fill their needs and survive. For the average teenager walking into a high school, they're likely feeling that their needs are not being met. If you're in a school of 2,000 students, you're likely not even feeling like you see very much of your friends, let alone have someone who listens to you when you speak. You can feel pretty inconspicuous. They also can feel fearful for what happens when they get shoved in their locker, pushed around in the hallways, or worse. We need to let them know that time with us is a safe space, that we can help them get their needs met, and that we can almost create for them a third space that's separate from home and separate from school, where they can connect and be with other peers who are struggling through the same things. We also can let them know that we see great stuff in them. We see them growing and developing into great human beings. We can call them forward into that greatness to let them know that even though other people might say teenagers are all sorts of things, we only see the good in them. We can challenge them to grow and to expand. And we can remember that while this time period lasts from age 10 to age 25, it won't last forever.